Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Reditus. We are on session 34. So let's go over the recap so that you guys can get moving and screw something else up. Okay. So last session,
I think we fixed things now. Thank you.
there was a lot fixed, to be fair. Last session at the beginning, Darius had kind of talked to A.T.L.A.S about messaging A.T.L.A.S. Got a response. He used the last of his power before he went for a rest, asking where he was or could they meet up. And he got a response that he couldn't currently get to A.T.L.A.S in the city, but he was currently on the island of Ninak, where A.T.L.A.S is from. Carmen explained to Jak that the trackers that she sent to track down Villian and Sunak dropped communication since hitting the western mountain range. Vladmis had arrived to inspect the Shadow Heart that ATLADS had captured, and he explained somewhat of what a Shadow Heart was and where it comes from. He took it from Darius to go discuss with the Sinukalum Council what to do with it next, whether to destroy it, send it back where it came from, or any other alternatives. Mastos had explained his memories to the group, and the group feeling a slight reaction to the seed from the keys in their chest. They went to visit Jasper and explained that Liran was free from the murder and what had happened. Liran was grateful, but after a miscommunication, Liran and Darius got into a scuffle. Clearing it up, Darius left Jasper's, as did Liran. The group then went to visit Sarek and got some information about the name Gideon that Ligo had let slip during an earlier conversation with the group. Also, Sarek explained how A.T.L.A.S could get to the islands if he was trying to, either using the vessel that they left north of the town of Haven, but would need major repairs, or possibly finding a druid that could use tree teleportation. Darius caught up with the group as they left Sarex, and they headed towards the Fey Forest at the bottom of Sinukalum, where Mastos' friend Juranik said he had come from when he was sucked into the mortal plane. We'll be back to see what they do.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. A.T.L.A.S forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter, silent, keen, the shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. ATLADS rise, the night is long, through fate and fire stand and strong. Keys awaken, shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
Okay, so it's homebrew with a little sprinkle of 5e. I mean, 5e with a little sprinkle of homebrew. Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
So refresh, guys. As you continue down core 5 towards the pens, you see Bulgar working away in front of the large iron wall with a big iron metal door in the middle. You see the pens of the animals off to the right-hand side, and he looks to be working at a bench. Kind of sees you approaching, just raises his face and gives you a little smile as you guys approach. You're about 30 feet out. What do you do?
What do you do, Jak?
30 feet out. Keep walking.
That's fair. I'll keep following.
Am I leading right now? I didn't think I was.
Me. You tell me.
Did we already do the recap?
Oh my god. Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Oh man.
So as you guys approach together, A.T.L.A.S and Darius kind of at the back having a conversation. A.T.L.A.S was updating Darius on the conversation with Sarek. Jak and Mastos would be at the front. I assume Mastos getting a little bit excited, heading towards what potentially would be a Fey Forest.
Oh yeah, Jack's definitely not jumping on this. He's letting Mastos.
Yeah, Mastos is. Yeah, I've been basically hopping and skipping and playing my. Do I want to play my flute or? I guess it doesn't matter. So I want to have. You said he was with an animal, right?
So he's standing at a wooden bench, kind of its waist high to him, and it looks like he's kind of shaving or carving some type of wood. As you get closer, you can see that he is built. He's got this upper torso. You can see like he's ripped. He's got this kind of leather strap. He's got leather armor that kind of goes around one shoulder. This kind of fur, almost collar that wraps around from the front and kind of goes down the sides of his chest. He's got this huge, massive leather belt with this big buckle on the front. He's got an eye patch over his left eye. He's just kind of got this big, almost constant grin on his face, just his left kind of lip all puckered up. You can see he has the head of a bear, a big, kind of long snout, and these short, kind of brown, puffy ears, but massive, hulking arms and hands as he works at this whatever wood that he is working at the bench right now.
You know, as I see this man, bear, pig, he probably doesn't smell very good, but I'm going to still approach and ask him. Hi! You? Where's the forest?
Well, hello there. Well, the forest through there, of course. And he points over towards this massive iron wall.
Mastos wants to go in. So.
Bring
how
Mastos
do I-
here and probably we can go and check it out.
How do I get in through there, though?
Oh, just tell your friend Mastos to get permission from Carmen and I can let him in when he gets here.
Mastos did get permission, didn't he? And he looks back at the group. Lads, we got permission, right?
He kind of looks over and he sees Atlas. Oh, welcome back, little one. How are you doing?
Oh, hello.
Darius will speak up. Sorry, I'm going to face this stuff with food. And you're going to be like, yeah, Carmen actually told us about this place and said that if we wanted to check it out, we could.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be a problem for the ATLADS. Get the best of your name for yourselves around here.
No. Oh, we do. I hope it's great.
I skip my feet.
Saving the city from some sort of demon. That's a pretty good name.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Saved the city from some sort of demon.
He clearly said we saved the city from some sort of demon. Mostly Mastos' help.
Where's that Mastos you keep mentioning? I'd like to meet him.
Well, so this way to the forest then.
A.T.L.A.S doesn't know what he's saying.
What can we expect out in this forest? Are there any strange beasts?
Is it
Of a
true?
hor-
True, Fey?
Are there trees with leaves?
Oh, very good questions. Yes, there's trees at the forest. From the Fey. But what do you need to go in there for, if you don't mind me asking?
Mastos has to use the washroom.
And I look back and I just like instantly clutch my knees together and like stamp my toes.
And yeah, it's something specific about a Fey tree and yeah.
I also travel through the trees.
Is true? Fey Forest?
Of course, this is the Fey Forest. He gestures over
Right.
to kind of the iron wall.
All right,
It's been
well,
here
thank you.
since Colin. Oh, okay. Well,
I just start heading.
you start heading towards the door.
how thick is the wall? Is there a door? Is there a door, or can I?
There's a large iron door. It's like 15 feet high. This massive door, kind of inscriptions around the edge of it, and a massive keyhole on the right-hand side of it. And the rest of above that into the wall, left and right, it almost looks like a full sheet metal. It doesn't look like there's any breaks in it. It just looks like it continues until it hits stone on either side, like 50, 70 feet to the left and like 50 to 70 feet to the right, all across the side of this core.
Well, if you're going in, I better let the animals know that you're coming. Don't want any accidents or anything.
Animals can smell me already.
What kind of beasts are out there?
The beasts, the battle beasts that are prepared for the challenges and the testing of the equipment down in the ring. They're kept here. That's where they're kept safe. There's bears, there's wolves, all kinds of things.
Oh. Should we be going in here?
Well, if you're going in, I can disable them temporarily until you're done visiting. I just want to know why you're going in, so I have a rough idea of how long you're gonna be.
Oh, very good question. Mastos, how long does it take you?
Mastos shy. Could take a while.
Maybe a couple hours, just to be safe. Find the right tree. Circle around a
Mastos
little
doom
bit.
scrolls. Mastos doom scrolls around trees.
Mm-hmm.
Must find perfect tree.
What? I'm confused. Where's... Are you gonna bring this Mastos that you keep talking about?
Oh! Mastos! And I bow.
And he scratches the top of his head.
What? Why you keep saying Mastos if you're Mastos?
He speaks in the third person. You'll get used to it.
I don't think I will.
No, you don't sometimes.
Mastos speak perfect common! And I stomp my foot.
We speak common just as well as I do.
That's very accurate.
Mastos agrees. Puts his hands on his hip. Yes!
Well then, maybe can you just say, like, let the trees or the animals know whatever you need to know for the next couple hours?
Hours? What are you doing in there for hours?
Well, I'm sorry,
Mastos finds the perfect tree.
it will take him some time. There's like a ritual involved.
To do what? What you doing?
Mastos'
Sacred poop.
secret.
Darius, roll a deception check.
Mastos is giving birth to a brown fey baby.
Jak is just like sitting there off to the side, like looking like, what does this conversation turn to?
Where the hell is my deception?
It's so high you can't see it.
No, my deception's not super high.
You're good.
I mean, it's decently high. 21.
You're good.
Mastos, here, take my hand.
And he reaches out towards you, Mastos.
And I take his hand.
Okay. So he turns and he leads you over to the right-hand side where you see all this fenced-off area. It's an open fence, but you can see these wooden fences where all the cattle and livestock is. And he stops at the front and just gestures for you to go in there.
I stare I stare back blankly at the ATLADS.
I'm not going to disturb the animals if all you need to do is relieve yourself. There you go.
Listen, he's from the Fey, and he hasn't been home in over 200 years, and he would like to see the Fey. That's why we're going in there.
Oh. That's different.
Yeah. Well,
Why
I mean,
didn't
it
you
was
say
personal.
Mastos goes and uses the bathroom.
On its
I
foot.
just care
Food
for
on
the
its foot.
animals, that's all. I just want to show respect for their home.
It was Mastos'
well.
home once too.
Very well. Very well.
He gestures you to follow him back down and kind of shakes his foot off where the pee, dribbled on.
It's just a wide arcing spray. It's, when you turn the sprinkle head, it goes to the nest. You're like, oh,
So-
not that one.
As he approaches up where the door is, he kind of stands with his back to the door in front of you all.
So I'm gonna make sure there's no issues with the animals. When you come across them, just leave them alone. Can you promise me that?
No.
Yes.
Very well. Be aware of the vines. Be aware of things that are a little bit strange. It is a Fey Forest after all.
Mastos looks himself up and down. Mastos sees strange every day.
You're an interesting one, aren't you?
I look back at A.T.L.A.S.
You have no idea.
You hear him say,
Do I understand what he says?
turns his head a little bit, looks at you all,
Very well.
and he turns and you see him put the key into the door, and he puts it, pulls the door kind of.
Oh, what? 1 second.
And he reaches down to his belt. You see him put his fingers into the large belt buckle up front. And you'd hear just 3 clicks. And you see this kind of blue glow just emanate from it, and then kind of like fade away. He does like a little nod.
There we go. Just bang on the door when you're done. I'll be here waiting.
And pulls the door open.
I walk through. Skippingly.
Seepingly.
Yeah.
As the door opens, you guys can see all these kind of bright colors just shining through. Can't really see distinctive things as of yet. It's just like bright, like orange, pink, yellows, just kind of emanating as he opens the door.
I will follow him a little bit back from behind Mastos. I know he's eager, but I kind of want to assess the area as everyone kind of.
Jak is going to attempt to also wait till like the very back and wait till everybody moves in.
The guy that lives in forests is the one that's hesitant. I thought you'd be like all up in it.
He's not hesitant. Don't you worry. I'm about to message the DM something.
Don't you worry.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Jack with
so
his fireball.
so Mastos moving in first. Atlas kind of close behind.
Yeah.
Darius, Jak, where you guys?
Well, if Jack's waiting, I'll go ahead of him. But I'm going to put my hood up.
Okay. You see Darius disappear. Place it up. Okay, so as you guys move in, your eyes kind of start to adjust to these strange colors.
Psychedelic.
As you guys kind of move in slowly, you see Belgar kind of just standing watching you to make sure he gets through safely, and he just kind of gives you all a nod. This massive 15-foot high metal door as he just closes it, and you hear the key in the lock. Click lock behind you.
Behind us.
Yep.
Ooh.
As you guys look out, you do see some grass, but it seems to change color. There's greens, there's purples, there's yellows, dense foliage. You see trees everywhere, but trees not like you've seen before. It almost looks like some of them start at a regular trunk and then change into almost like a palm tree and then into large leaves that stem out. You see different colored plants scattered all throughout. The density of this is you can basically see about 15 feet, and then there's just dense foliage. As you guys look up, you kind of look along the wall, and you can see behind you that it looks like it does go out, but it almost curves. You're assuming by the curvature of where you're standing going around, it's some sort of dome shape. And as you look up, you realize there's no light coming from above. Whatever light illuminates outside does not extend within here, and the light is actually coming from the plants and the trees, and the ground here itself seems to be illuminating everything. As you look up, it basically is darkness above. What do you guys see next?
Right, Maximus, where are we going?
I would like to. Okay, now that I moved it from this screen to over here.
As Mastos starts to look around, you hear boom, 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 and you see Jak just charging past on a rain as he rushes into the forest.
God.
Sparks flying off her back, leaving a little trail as she runs off forwards.
Jak turns back and looks at everybody and does a little, I'll see you in a minute.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
So, I'll cast Speak with Plants, and that is going to only allow me for 10 minutes. But I would like to go up to a brightly emanating what feels vibrant of life to me. Whether it's the trees or a patch of flowers that I see. I want to walk into the forest and connect to something.
Okay. Roll a nature.
Why did I mix them up? Switch. 10.
Okay. You start looking around and you're just so excited. It's kind of hard to sort of analyze your surroundings because there's so much going on and you're so excited. As you do look around it, although you really haven't seen anything like this, the part of you that is awakened has this connection to it. You can just feel this almost like a sigh of relief as you see everything, as well as the excitement. But you look and there's a sort of purple, looks like a mushroom, but there's kind of no dots on it. This thick stalk, and kind of just is slowly kind of almost waving. Even though there's no wind, it's kind of like just shifting from side to side. It's about 10 feet wide, stands about 5 feet high. Looks
I'm going
pretty
to approach
flashy.
that mushroom and just give a sigh of relief. Oh. And I would like to... Hey, excuse me, mushroom.
All right, how you doing?
I've wanted to use this whole time. Oh my god. Where from?
I don't know where you're from.
Where are you from?
I'm from the ground.
I am talking to a mushroom.
Is that what I am?
You're also sometimes tasty, but yes.
Are you gonna eat me?
No.
Oh,
Mastos had
that's a relief.
No, Mastos new here. Mastos from here? I'm Mastos.
Are you sure? You keep saying Mastos like it's somebody else.
So I see this conversation's happening in front of me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's like 10 feet away. You guys can all see this.
Can I just want to look around. I want to see if there's like any of the plants nearby. Are they like reacting to Mastos having this conversation at all?
Okay, roll a perception. Darius, you want to do anything while the conversation's going on?
12.
Just watching.
Processing.
You don't really see, it doesn't look like there's any different reaction from the plants or surrounding area. They seem to be still moving, if they were moving, in a similar fashion to what they were when you first entered. Nothing seems to be reacting to the conversation.
Okay.
You guys just see Mastos just staring at a mushroom.
So is it not like verbal? Like
It is to him, but you're not hearing anything back. Like, he's just chittering noises at a mushroom.
okay. All right.
Are there animals here that eat you?
No, they most eat meat.
Ooh. Mastos' meat. Do you know the name of this ground you grow from?
I think it's mud.
Fair. Mastos likes mud. Doesn't help Mastos grow like you.
Yeah.
I'm going to look around. Stand up. Well, this is a big forest. Have you been far?
I'll be right here for all of my life.
How old does a big mushroom get?
What is old?
I guess you don't know what a year is either. Mastos will look around and he will try to find something smarter and older than a mushroom.
So I just start to look around. Jak, you kind of like have darted kind of through these bushes and these trees, and you see just more dense foliage and forest and flowers, just a mixture of vibrance and colors everywhere. What do you want to do?
Jack's going to do like a loop. He's going to kind of go out wide. He's going to do a full circle, and he's going to try to just get an idea of a quick layout of the land and see if there's anything of interest as he's passing by to bring back information to the others.
Okay, so roll a perception while you're out there. Darius and A.T.L.A.S, you guys want to do anything specific?
That's a good first roll of the night, natural 20.
Nice.
No, I'm hanging out right now.
Okay.
So 25 for perception.
Nice. All right, as you kind of do a kind of once over sweep around the area, you can tell that this is definitely kind of dome shaped. As you get a better view coming back towards the group, you can see how the walls are curved, and as it goes into darkness, but you can see it kind of curving upwards. You can see that this is some sort of dome. And as you go out, the topography, like there's dips, there's curves, there's hills. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to these hills. It just juts out of nowhere. As you do go out further, though, kind of towards the west, as you kind of did your loop around, you did hear what sounded like running water.
Okay. As Jak is coming back, he's he can kind of tell what direction the water is, I presume.
Yeah, you can tell it's coming from the west.
Okay, so Jak, once he's gathered this information, is going to start making his way back. But as he gets closer, he's going to jump off Reen, swing for a few seconds or minutes, and then as he gets, I don't know, I'd say 100 to 80 feet away, he's going to have Reen shoot straight into the sky and start darting straight down at Atlas. And she's going to let out a blood-curdling scream. And with the hopeful distraction, Jak is going to attempt to appear or to dash right up to Atlas without being seen, as all eyes get brought up to her coming down like a bullet.
Okay, roll a stealth check with advantage. And Atlas, roll a perception.
Perception?
Yeah.
Stealth, 17 on the die, and I get a 6, so 23.
Mine is very high.
Well, I hope you don't beat it, because I thought that looked really cool.
I rolled a 19 plus 7, so 26.
Oh, dang it.
So as you all kind of, Mastos, you're kind of like scuffling around looking for the next thing you want to talk to. Darius kind of taking everything in, being invisible. And Atlas, you look up and you see Reen, just the wings out, just kind of doing a nosedive, just kind of roaring, Rah! And you see the electricity just flowing and sparking off as you just see like Jak running over from a tree towards you, Atlas.
Does he look like he's trying to be stealthy?
He looked like he was trying to be, he's kind of like low to the ground and like, yeah.
Okay.
Naruto running
and I don't
forwards.
see him.
Yes.
Okay.
What a good guy this guy Atlas is. Jak's gonna make it all the way up to Atlas, and he's gonna basically just like grab him by the chest and swing around him and do like a little 360 around him in excitement, like, this place is awesome.
Whoa, I'm so startled. Where did you come from?
This place is actually pretty interesting. It's very dome-like, but it's so open in here. I found a water source west, by the way, so I don't know how long we plan being here, but if we need to settle down for any reason, we can go that way and check it out.
Oh, that sounds amazing, Jak. Did you use Darius's cloak?
No, I was hoping Reen would distract you guys long enough for me to make a clean entrance.
Oh, that's how you did it. Oh, wow, great distraction. Completely oblivious to you running all the way up through the forest towards me, low to the ground, looking stuff like. Great job. You are a man of stealthy balance.
Well, I felt pretty hidden, but after you've said it like that, I don't think I felt very hidden anymore.
Oh, what do you mean? I was just complimenting you on how very hidden you were.
Atlas, roll a deception.
I hope he rolls like a
roll an
one.
insight, Jak. 2.
It's a big 2.
Yes.
Minus 1, so it's actually 1.
That's what you deserve. Oh, insight, baby.
Yeah,
I rolled a 6,
1.
but I get a +2, so 8.
So you can clearly tell that Atlas is lying.
Jak crosses his arms. Well, at least I went and looked around. I kind of feel at home in a forest, so it's kind of nice to be back in one, besides being in a
Atlas was
mine.
doing that in not a like sarcastic picking on you way. It was like, I'm trying to gas you up a bit.
It's appreciated, but when he went into detail about it, Jak was like, oh, this guy,
Yeah.
he saw me play this day, had me begged.
Like when a parent, their kid hands them a stick drawing, and they're like, "Oh, that's so good, buddy."
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
This Mastos is staring at a mushroom, and then he started off to look at other plants. So we're just kind of wait. Where did Darius go?
I'm right beside you.
Oh my, Jak,
did Reen land on Darius not knowing he was there?
Jak, you gotta take some notes, buddy.
To be fair, he can't exactly go invisible.
let me borrow that thing for a week, and I
Nope.
bet I can. Okay.
Not a chance.
You
I
can figure it out
understand.
now. It's kind of weird just talking to a voice.
Yeah, I'd rather stay hidden until I know more about this place.
Well, I didn't see any beast movement, but I mean, I can go scout out. That's honestly like that's what I like doing. So
All right, go do it.
Well, I mean, you also just tried to sneak up on Atlas and did a phenomenal job. So
You did, you
I'm
really
sure
did.
there are no
But
beasts in
did
this forest.
you see me?
I can roll a perception check if you want.
Yeah. Roll a perception. Let's see if you've seen him when he came in.
You have to beat a 23.
I got a 23.
Meets it, beats it. You seen him?
Big shot. All right. Well, maybe Reen needs to do a better job catching people's attention.
I wanted to do something and I held off, just so you know, Luke. I'm telling you this from J to you. I wanted to trip you while you were running up on Atlas.
Oh, oh, well, thank you for holding back.
How many times has he punched or kicked or drop kicked Darius?
I know. That's what I'm thanking you.
Pharisees.
I
Hey,
know.
Good child.
It's about growth. Yeah. I'm not super mature.
We're gonna come back to that if you sucker punch him.
No, I'm not gonna hit him.
As
Okay.
you guys-
Well, I don't know what fully Mastos' intentions are here, so you can both contact me if I need to come back. I already understand the layout here, so I'll keep moving and see if I can find anything of interest.
Just a small point on me contacting you. If you're doing like a, I have to know the direction you're in to be able to message you, and you have to be within 120 feet of me. Just so you know.
How big is this place? Could we yell really loud?
You could try.
I mean,
I've
I
got
feel like a lot
pretty
of the
decent
foliage
hearing.
absorb a lot of the sound.
Okay, well, you go ahead and scout it out and see if you find anything cool.
And Jack's like a little antsy. He's like actually like excited about this, and he's like, "Okay." And like Reen starts to take off, just like preemptively, and he like turns around and he catches up to her and jumps on her and just goes.
Look at really in his element.
Yep. That's why I didn't trip him.
You were gonna trip him.
Oh man,
That's canon now.
that would have been great, to be honest, but he was just trying so hard.
Yeah, he seemed really excited. I didn't want to kill the moment.
That was such a good stealth roll too. You guys are just crazy good at seeing things.
That was a lucky roll. I got an 18.
I have
So-
+7 on perception.
So Mastos, as you see Jack having kind of had this conversation with the other guys, you kind of look around, looking for something old. You notice that the majority of the trees look older than the kind of the lower vegetation. So you see one kind of large, thick trunked tree. It looks as you look up, probably about 40 feet high. And there's no vegetation until the very top of this thing when it opens out and you see kind of the green leaves spreading out. And from the base of the leaves, you can see where there's like kind of this yellow light coming, which is contributing to part of the light that's actually covering this area.
As I approach this tree, I would like to rummage in my bag and pull out the seed.
Okay.
And as I approach, I want to take the seed in my hands, walk up to, still looking up because I'm in awe of this bright light, and then
As
touch
soon
the
as you
tree.
bring out the seed, you feel this vibration and you feel these sparks. And you all see this kind of the red sparks fly off the seed into the ground. And you see these little red. You see it start to move throughout the ground and disappear off in all different directions.
Oh,
So
I'm sure that's nothing.
I'm gonna take the hood off. I don't know if you should have that out here.
Can they still see me? Am I still like there?
Yeah.
Well, he said we all saw it, so.
Okay. Okay. And I put it back. But I would like to. Oh, giant, wise, shining tree. Do you know of the forest? Tell me what you know of this forest, please.
And you see the tree trunk kind of like shift a little bit, and then the light kind of start to create these little shadows where you're standing.
Well, if I was to tell you everything I knew, we would be here for a very long time. How much time do you have, little one?
Not as much time as you.
Well, let's hope that's not true when you live a long life.
Do you remember a time before this place?
The time before the rock. Yeah.
What do you mean, the rot?
The rocks.
Oh, rock. Oh. Tell me about that, then. Tell me about that time.
We were in a place of beauty. Then the fighting. Then the light. Then we were here.
The light. The light caused by the seed. I tried to save it. And I pull the seed back out.
Okay.
Yes, the seed. Life.
I have to bring it home. I have to bring you home.
Bring us all home to the Fey.
But how? I took the seed and the seed brought us here. And I don't know where. How to get home. Can you feel others like you not here? But here? Can you feel other Fey life? Not me, not Fey, not me, but Fey like you.
The trees, we can speak to each other. One tree here cannot talk to the others.
But there could be others. Yeah, I do.
I know.
The seed must go back where it was to be.
Is that here?
I don't know.
Do you know somebody who knows?
I am but a tree. I only see what I can see.
Are there others here? Other Fey like me? Animal Fey.
Animal Fey. Some Diorum come here. monsters that the beast master looks after are here.
And did they come from home too?
The Diorum. They arrive in the Fey. Nobody knows exactly how, but they come here too.
If there's ways to come here, then there are ways to go home.
Would seek to reason. If one can go one way, one can go back the same way.
Are you all happy here? Are you thriving? Are you okay?
As happy as a tree can be, although a better view would be nice.
You see the tree kind of like lean a little bit, kind of pointing towards the the stone wall that creates the dome above this area.
Yes. Mastos agree. Starry nights and more skies to see. One day. Mastos will help. Mastos will bring home back. And I pull out my pan flute and I will play a slow, somber sounding song.
Okay, roll a performance check.
Oh, okay, 21.
21. Okay. So as I start to play your pan flute, you see this large giant tree trunk just ever so slightly start to shift just a little bit. And you see the flowers around you start to kind of just almost point in your direction and kind of start to sway, almost creating like a little circle around you as they point towards you and play as you're playing.
I sway.
Okay.
And I perform a little concert for them.
Okay.
Until
Atlas starts swaying a little bit too, but very like jankily.
I'll do that until Speak with Plants wears off. The
Okay.
10-minute.
Darius, did you want to do anything during this time? Okay. Jak, as you charge off on Reen, as you guys seen like kind of Reen start to like charge off and Jak just zip line himself right onto her back and charge off into the forest. What direction do you want to head? So you guys came in at the very southern area here, so heading out into the forest, straight would be north. Where do you want to go? What direction?
The first place Jack's gonna head to is the water.
Okay. So as you start heading over there, so roll a perception while you're riding out there.
17 in total.
17. All right. So as you're heading westward, you can hear, you kind of like turn your head to the side and you see Reen kind of prick the ears up, knowing what you're looking for. You can hear the water start to get a little bit louder. But as you do go towards this loud running water noise, you notice on your left-hand side as you're passing, there's a small grass clearing. It looks like some of the trees have kind of not grown in this area. It's about 20 feet wide, maybe by 20 feet, almost like in a circular kind of shape.
There are trees on the outside of that clearing.
Yep. Yeah. Everything's still kind of dense foliage. You're kind of like, you can't charge through. You're kind of like going between tree and kind of weaving in and out.
Jak will kind of speak to Reen. He'll be like, "Let's check this out." You go from above, and then he just zip off her back, and then she'll take flight and fly up into the air, and he'll kind of get into a tree that's the closest to that clearing to take a look inside of it, as she hovers high above to take a look as well.
Okay. So she kind of bows down, lets you get off, and with one like big thrust of the wings, you just see her jolt off, and off she goes, doing a circle above the top of the clearing. From your tree, roll an investigation.
19 on the die. Where's investigation? 22.
Okay. So kind of zeroing in on this, and you see that from above, you see Rain is kind of like focusing and almost kind of pointing herself as she kind of like does these huge flaps over, like she's hovering almost. You see her kind of like pointing down to a specific area. And as you look down, you see that although there's growth of grass, you see where the grass has not grown properly. It almost looks in a kind of a circular shape. It's probably about 2 foot wide, maybe. You see in the center, there's actually growth of grass, and then about 2 feet in diameter. It's kind of, there isn't really grass growing very much there, and then up on the other side.
And how far away is that?
It's about 10 feet in from the edge of this clearing. It's almost in the center of the clearing.
Jak will kind of let out a whistle to call her down, and then he's gonna make his way down the tree, and he's gonna, being that there's nothing else that looks problematic in the area, he'll make his way to it.
Okay. So back in the original, as you head over there, Darius, A.T.L.A.S, Mastos, did you guys have anything you want to do while Jak is searching the area?
I'm kind of just following Mastos' lead here.
Mastos? Did we find anything of value here?
I end my song slowly. Fade.
I would have waited till he was done before I interrupted him. So
That's how it ends. Slow
Okay.
fade.
All right.
Slow fade. Mastos, learn that I did this. I brought them here, and they suffer.
Hmm?
They want to go home, like Mastos.
Okay, well, how do we do that? How do we get them home?
Mastos don't know. They're trees. Mastos just wanted to talk with something from home.
Well, is there anything here that you can look for? Because didn't Jurnik say he was bound to something from here?
He did. We must find things. Trees didn't really know anything out of tree world. Hard to communicate with trees. They know
Okay.
more than me.
Well, Jak said there was some sort of water source that was over.
I point in the way Jak pointed.
Should we maybe go check it out, see if there's anything?
It would be a good place to start.
Okay,
Where did Jak go?
he's scouting more of the area for anything of note.
Oh,
Mastos, when you took the seed out of your bag and it started sparking, did you feel a pull in any specific direction?
no. But Mastos saw it go everywhere. And then
Well,
I
if
head
you can
towards
find a
where
stump.
that would be good. And then- Do we go that way then?
I mean, this is kind of your realm.
We're
Mastos-
following you.
Mastos was technically born in your world.
You know what I mean?
You have a nose for this stuff.
Well, Mastos just names things when he doesn't know them.
Maybe you follow your nose, Mastos.
All right. Mastos will go globbity glork. And I go whatever direction he was pointing.
To the west.
Yeah. That's what Mastos calls it. He doesn't know what
Gobbledygork. Okay. So you guys all head in Gobbledygork?
Yeah.
Yep.
Funny enough, east is east. He knows east. Just doesn't know west.
All right. So you guys start walking into the colorful brush, heading in a westerly direction. Jak, as Reen kind of lands on the outside to your side here of this clearing, as you go a little bit closer, and with that investigation check, you feel in the ground and you can feel that there's metal in that kind of circular shape. You feel that there's metal where this kind of grass is slowly grown over it.
Jak kind of run his hands across the ground and then kind of find a spot where he thinks he can dig in and see if he can pull stuff aside.
Yeah, so you kind of start like pulling away the loosely grown grass on these parts that aren't as long as the rest. And Reen gets in there as well and kind of starts trying to use her head to kind of push off the dirt. And you start to uncover the top section of this. And at the beginning, it kind of looks like, I think it's kind of like a square piece of metal. But as you continue to go around and you slowly uncover it, you see that it's a metal circle with like a hole in the middle. And as you start to uncover it more and more, you realize that you've seen one of these before, deep in the mines.
Going back to the mine.
So like plain as day, Jak would like remember like this is a very familiar thing.
Absolutely.
Jak will kind of stand up and look at it and be like, I feel like the last time we encountered one of these, bad stuff happened. And then Jak is going to make a mental note of where this location's at.
As soon as you say that out loud, Reen turns her head towards you. She's like, demons. Draconic.
Yeah. I don't like this. All right. Let's go back to them and let's all look at this together. And Jak will kind of mount her like a horse this time, casually get on top of her, a little more serious now.
Okay.
And is going to have Reen sniff in the air and see if he can see if they're still at the beginning area or if they've moved.
Okay, roll a perception.
You want it as a Reen perception?
Yeah, if you're having a Reen do it for you, yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Wisdom, she gets a +2, so 14.
14, okay. She kind of like waves her head left and right, kind of, you see her like flap her wings, but instead of pushing forward, she just pulls, almost like she's trying to pull the air towards her. You get a better sniff, raises her nose up, and she just kind of just nods her head and then just turns and starts walking eastwardly towards the area you came from.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. So as you guys are going through the brush, Mastos, are you leading the party here?
You should be.
Okay. So if you're leading the party, go ahead and roll a perception, please.
Also check if you're muted, because if you responded, we didn't hear you.
That's why.
I just didn't want you to roll and be like, blah, 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 and we didn't hear you.
Yeah.
My perception's not that high, but that's good. Oh, actually, it is that high. 24.
24. Awesome. So as you're kind of like excitedly working your way through the bushes, kind of hopping over a little, falling down pieces of the trees and kind of like just sidestepping plants, making sure, trying not to step on anything or damage anything on your way through. You notice on the right-hand side these green, beautiful flowers. It has like these 3 different petals, and inside this green little pod, and it glitters with the light. It almost looks like little diamonds all over the pod. But as soon as you see it, you kind of you instinctively freeze, and a bit of your mind remembers, we don't go to those ones. You kind of like, you step around it and you gesture everybody, knowing that that's a dangerous plant.
Mastos knows to avoid that one. Don't touch.
And,
What happens if we touch it?
And I avoid it.
so Mastos, roll an intelligence check.
I want to poke it.
That's a nat 20. It was hard to see.
As Darius asks this question, and you kind of like, you think a little bit harder, and you kind of almost like feel a little flick or a little surge of something, and you remember back that these are poison pods. Sometimes you would, in combat, if you lure your enemy towards them, and they would open up, and poisonous gas would come out, and that's what you use sometimes to trap unknown enemies.
Crazy.
Oh, these little things? They pack a punch with poison. A poison gas. And I happily skip away.
How far does that gas go, and how long does it stay in the area?
I don't know. That's more math than Mastos likes to do.
You do know you do know that it's a proximity thing. As soon as something gets close enough, that it will shoot out a burst of gas and it will close itself.
Just don't get close.
When I am 120 feet away from it, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at it.
I'm pretty sure 120 feet is a good safe bet distance.
Chain reaction.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They
Yeah.
all blow up.
So find
like
out,
you
Atlas,
saw
you doing
one.
anything while you guys are walking past or anything?
No,
Sorry.
just trying to be.
I will obviously wait until we're clear. I'm not going to wait until I'm 120 feet and Atlas is right beside it.
Yeah,
just to
no,
be
I
clear.
just want to make sure, because if Atlas likes plants, I don't know if he wanted to do anything. I was just checking.
Alice eats it.
Please don't hurt the plants.
Yeah, I don't know he's gonna do that, so I'm keeping my distance.
Okay.
I'm admiring though.
Yeah. So yeah, as you get
I
about
would like to keep an eye out for like a small little plant that may be like glowing or whatnot, like very tiny and something I can pluck.
okay. Yeah, roll a nature.
That one.
Okay, so you keep your eye out.
What if there can be plants? I thought there's supposed to be plants in here.
What is it about these plants?
Walks into the poison pod one.
So yeah, as you turn, Darius, roll an attack, please.
I add my +7, right?
Mhm.
18.
18. Okay, roll damage.
What is my Eldritch Blast damage? Eldritch Blast.
1d10.
You a 10? You are a 10. 5 damage.
5. Does Mastos and Atlas, you just see Darius raise his hand as part of his weapon starts to form, and he shoots out, and you see one of these bolts just fly towards this pod. And as it hits it, Darius, you see half of this pod just meld away. It almost immediately melts as you see kind of the black purplish shadow energy just infest part of the side of the plant as it kind of like
Oh, it didn't
starts
go
to lean.
puff.
It's kind of just leaning to the side, just kind of like back and forth.
What was that?
I wanted to see it poof, but it didn't poof. I'll fire my second one.
Muted, Mastos.
That works out better. I fired my second shot then.
Oh, but I want to see what Mastos was saying first.
Yeah.
Still can't
You're
hear
still
you.
muted, dude.
What?
There you go. There you go.
I told you not to. You heard. Plants do nothing. Next time you want.
That's not what you said, actually. You told me if I got near it, it would poison me. So it doesn't do nothing.
Doesn't do nothing if you leave it alone.
I mean, if you hadn't have told me that, I wouldn't have bothered it. I would have been wandering, minding my own business.
If Mastos hasn't told you that, you would have walked into it.
Not
Turn
into
around.
it, but I would have walked past it. And then it would have poofed, and I would have been poisoned. And I wasn't doing anything to it. So, point in case, fires my second Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll for attack.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, roll damage.
So it's automatic 10, right?
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're using your nat 20 rolls on a plant.
It's not like I choose when they happen. So 15.
15. Okay. So, Mastos, you just look in horror as you see Darius let out another Eldritch Blast. This one just searing, absolutely destroying the pod at the front as it continues back and destroys the one behind it. You just see this black energy just splatter both of these green flower pods. The little pieces that look like diamond just kind of shattering and floating down onto the ground around it.
Wonder if they are.
The poison didn't come out.
You didn't see any.
Can I go check the little diamond piece?
Do you want to approach?
Cautiously. I'm gonna like step and wait until I'm close enough to grab one. But if it like, I'm gonna like hold an action if I have to. If there's any form of like reaction, I want to jump backwards.
Okay, so you want to approach, and if something happens, jump back.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Atlas, Mastos, you guys want to do anything, or kind of just watching Darius?
I'm gonna watch him.
I have no idea what's going on. I don't even see a plant.
You're looking at the ground,
hell are you
looking for
shooting at?
shiny flowers.
Yeah.
Mastos
All right.
wouldn't do it if I were you.
So Darius, as you slowly make your way towards the destroyed fauna, you start to hear. You freeze, and you see Jak riding Reen coming up on your left side. Jak, you now see Darius slowly creeping towards some destroyed plants on the ground. Atlas has got his head almost on the ground, just kind of looking around, and Mastos is just sitting there staring at Darius.
Yeah, this seems normal for this group. So Jak's just gonna ride on up, and he's going to pull right up next to Atlas, and in Draconic, he is going to go demons and just look at Atlas with like a serious face.
And Reen's gonna nod her head, and like you see her eyes kind of open up and look at Atlas and nod.
What?
And then Jak's gonna let out a small grin. I think we need to go look at something.
What did you just say?
I
Why
said,
does Ray look all creepy?
I said demons.
Oh, what? Where? You found demons?
I found something we should go investigate, and I
Okay, what are
believe
the demons though?
Atlas. I believe we should go investigate this, and it'll make sense when we get there.
Okay, but I don't understand why you rolled up and said demons, and then that's it? We're just come with you? Are you a demon?
Jak's gonna like kind of get like frustrated for a second because it was cool, okay? And then he's gonna like slide down off Reen, and he's gonna like as he's like explaining which way we're gonna be going up here. I was on my way to the water, and he's gonna be like guiding Atlas over to Reen, and he's gonna be trying to assist him onto Reen's back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Guys, there's demons.
So as you're having this conversation, Jak and A.T.L.A.S, Darius, you kind of like avert your attention kind of back to where you're approaching. As you look down at the kind of glittering what looks like diamonds sitting on the ground, you can see that it's not physical diamond. It's just how the light's reflecting off these parts of the pods. However, the closer you get, you see the surrounding pods start to turn towards and just slowly start to extend in your direction. Very slowly, only be like a centimeter, at a time.
So I load up my hilt on my hand. So I actually have a whole thing the way I'm going to fire Eldritch Blast, but I'll explain that later. I load it up and then I just aim it at them and slowly back away.
Yeah, they kind of start to stretch, but they get to obviously a certain point, and then they kind of just stop.
Yeah, that's fine. I will just continue backing up until I'm with the group again, but I do not avert my gaze. I'm staring at them.
Got it. Okay, Mastos. What do you want to do? Anything while this whole thing is happening?
I'm going to take Ratmos off of my shoulder because he's been there the whole time, just chilling, of course, dancing sometimes. You home here like I. You find something connected to our friend. Our friend, it's Gerlach, right?
Duranic.
Geranic, yeah. There. Our friend Geranic. You find something left behind here from him.
Jumps down, skitters off into the underbrush.
I stand back up and go towards A.T.L.A.S and Jak.
So, Jak, A.T.L.A.S, you going with Jak's encouragement up onto Reen's back?
Yeah.
Okay. So Reen kind of like leans over to the side a little bit to kind of like help you get a little bit of leverage, and then tilts up. Roll a dexterity saving throw as she tries to steady herself. Six. Okay. All right. So as she leans and kind of tries to right herself, your kind of stiff body just keeps going the other way and starts tumbling off the right hand side.
Jak's gonna try to assist him, and if possible, Jak's gonna get on Reen and try and basically it's like hold A.T.L.A.S in place as he rides with A.T.L.A.S in front of him.
Well, you can't have two people riding her. Just not a dual mount situation.
Worth a shot.
He holds me.
You could tie him on. You could use your grapple, whatever you want to do.
I can do what?
You can push him back on. You could use, however you want it. It's not basically, he doesn't have long legs like you to grab onto the side and easily hold on. He's like a big column.
Makes sense. Jak will kind of hold him up in place for a second until he can grab a hold of something.
Okay. So seeing the issues that you're having trying to do this, you see Reen put her two front arms down and you hear this almost like a crack, and you go, and she pops out these two large scales right above her shoulder points, and A.T.L.A.S, you're able to grab onto these with your hands.
All right, I will do so.
Perfect.
And she stands up and just looks back towards Jak.
And then Jak will kind of turn to Mastos and Darius. Darius and A.T.L.A.S, this should be familiar to you guys as well, but we saw this in the mine.
So what?
What I'm about to show you.
You won't tell us what it. You just said demons and.
I don't know how to explain it.
So Darius just stands there waiting for you to show him whatever you're about to show him.
And Jack's gonna kind of like elbow Reen's leg for her to start walking. We got to go this way. And then Jack.
Oh, it's not here.
And then Jack will start trailing behind her or Reen as she leads.
Okay. Starts making her way through.
Oh, at the sound of the word demon, I wanted to also say, show Mastos where. And then, yeah, that's all.
Okay. I'll have everybody
Did
roll a
Mastos' voice get higher. Listen, like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's
Fine
like-
times.
Clear.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been playing it higher today.
Yeah, I feel like you're just playing it higher in general.
Fine.
It's okay. Whatever you want to do. Maybe it's storyline based.
Everybody
The
roll a
Fey has
perception.
helium.
please.
Yeah.
Perception, yeah, I heard you. Don't worry, I'm doing it.
I wasn't worried. I was just making sure it was done.
It looked like you rolled your eyes, so. 13.
13. Okay.
9.
9.
My normal or
Yeah, everybody roll a normal perception.
okay. Taking disadvantage because I'm doing this.
No,
27.
27.
I'm lying. 25.
Oh, good night.
Sorry, what was your Mastos?
11. I
11,
got,
okay.
or no, sorry, 9.
9. Okay. So as you guys are heading off into the brush from Alice, you're kind of hanging on. You faintly hear the closing of the door that you came through. You faintly just hear the.
Did you hear that?
Nope.
Darius is like, you mean like that?
No. Wait, did you hear that?
Oh, there's a bunch of animal sounds going on around us. Do you not hear them? I think they're animals anyway. It could be the plants. This place is weird.
If the door closed, but they shut the door when we came in.
You didn't hear
No, I didn't hear it. Never mind.
it.
Yeah.
Right. I'll just keep eating my Oreos.
Sounded like the door closed back there.
Well, I mean, he did tell us to bang on the door when we got back. I assumed he was closing it behind us.
I hear your metal frame banging up against the scales on Reen.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Alright. Wait, you hear screeching? I don't hear any animals.
I assume there's sounds happening in the forest, no?
You haven't heard any animals since you've gotten here. You hear like the
Oh,
movement
okay.
of the foliage and the trees and kind of like rubbing together, the odd creak and such. But as of yet, you haven't heard any animals.
Fuck it, I'm rolling with it. Yeah, I mean, you don't hear anything?
No.
Are you schizophrenic?
Wait, am I schizophrenic?
No, I think he's asking me.
That was a sarcastic comment by me, not Jack.
Oh.
No, I was just doing it because I assumed we would hear those noises. I was wrong. So now Darius is just owning it now. He's like, you know, fuck it. Yeah, I do hear that. Fuck you guys.
I don't hear anything. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
I mean, if no one else hears it, I think you're fine. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
Oh, yes, very true.
Yeah, there you go.
Would you like me to run a scan?
No, I'm good.
But you're hearing things.
There's
That
music
aren't
playing in my
there.
head all the time. Maybe that's all I'm hearing. I don't know, man. Like, just Jack, where is this damn thing?
Okay, alright.
Up ahead, up ahead.
I want to talk about it, Darius. You let me know.
Alice, I'm fine.
Okay? I won't push. But my door's
Yeah,
always
I feel
open.
like you're still pushing.
Not at all. Just a friend who's here for a friend.
I appreciate you. Now, please drop it and focus on where we're going.
I'm along for the ride. I can't really control anything here, but what I can control is
Dropping
my
what you're talking
feelings.
about.
And, okay, sorry.
Atlas, are you enjoying yourself riding on Reen?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think you've done a good job, so I think we're gonna up the pace, and then Jack's gonna lightly tap Reen on the bottom to encourage her to speed it up.
All right, you see her back kind of lurch forwards and There's this plowing through the trees. You see the brush start to push out of the side. You actually see some vines almost lean out of the way to create a little arch as she just starts running through.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know. I hold on pretty well. It's just been a lot of fun to get into the open and let Reen run. You want to ride her on the way back?
You just hear screaming in the distance.
That's good.
So Atlas, as Reen kind of like charges through, you see her kind of just start to slow the pace a little bit, and just slows down. And she kind of turns sideways to show you this clearing. When you look down, you see this kind of mud that's been all scratched out, and you see this sort of metal circle in the middle of this clearing.
I just slide off Reen and hit the ground.
Just roll down her wing and just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay here for a minute while they catch up.
Just extends a wing and kind of puts it over you as almost like it's a blanket. And just your head poking out.
Thanks, Reen. You're very fast.
You're very fast.
Out of curiosity, when she was running fast, was there lightning sparking off of her as well?
30 damage a spark.
Just not having an
Gonna
aura.
die here.
We get there.
So yeah,
Reen's
so
holding Atlas's
after a minute or
corpse.
two, it's not very far distance from where you guys are. After a minute or two, you now approach the clearing. You see Reen kind of like laying down with her wing over Atlas. Atlas's head poking out. It's clearing.
I'm motionless.
Doesn't breathe, but is audibly going.
As you all come in close to the clearing, you see Reen bare her teeth and just whip around to you all with like mouth open. Ah! And then they see a corner of her lip just kind of whip a little bit. Kind of bows back.
I don't
Darius
see-
is like, but he's got his thing on his hand. He's already grabbed.
Good dragon. And Jak walks up and kind of points to everybody. Does this look familiar?
So Alice and Darius, you clearly see uncovered looks like one of the three circular metal devices you destroyed in the mine.
This was in the room with the giant, right? Like the disc thing.
We threw in the lava.
Okay, so is it a disc or is it the thing the discs were sitting in?
It's one of the discs.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Mastos, didn't you say that the demons invaded the Fey?
Demons invaded Fey. You're right.
Well, I mean, I guess technically you didn't say that.
So who last dealt with these? Were they? That was them trying to open up a portal, right?
Yeah, they hadn't completed it. I saw a vision. That vision that I had, did it look like this at all? Like, did any of this area look like it was in my vision?
It did not. Everything you've seen in the vision was dark. Looked similar to where you were, like the mining kind of.
Okay.
Do you think they opened a portal? That's how they attacked the Fey room?
It must have been. Jak, did you investigate this area any further? Is there a portal or anything nearby?
This is all I discovered so far.
You want to do a sweep of their perimeter, see if you can see anything else?
Sure. And Jak will quickly get on Reen again and start trotting off.
Oh, watch out for those purple diamond pod things.
What? As he gets out of earshot.
What?
So what direction are you heading, Jak?
Jak's probably going to do like a 200 meter perimeter all the way around and just kind of move in and out to see if he can see anything of similar nature to what they have located.
Okay. So are you on Reen doing this, or are you doing this like on the ground?
Jak will be on Reen.
Okay.
Indefinitely now. He cannot
Roll-
get off her anymore.
Investigation with disadvantage.
Bruh. Off to a bad start. Bruh, are you serious? I just rolled a 6 and then a nat 20.
Nah,
Well,
that's what you
nice.
get for having to ride him, ride Reen instead of just looking at the ground.
All right. That'll be a 9.
9. Okay, you do an absolutely thorough sweep of the area, and you're 100% sure that there's absolutely nothing worth your time in a 200-foot radius of this area.
I feel like that was deceptive.
And you can all hear a water to your kind of west and northwest. You can all hear it now. You're close enough for everybody to kind of hear that.
Jak will ride back up on Reen. Nothing's popping out at me at the moment.
Tim's gonna, or Mastos is gonna head to the water sound.
Are you communicating that, or are you just wandering off?
Just wondering.
Where are you going?
Well, water! Mastos thirsty.
Can the disc be removed?
You can certainly try.
I will try to remove the disc.
Okay, roll a strength check.
I will bless myself, or guide myself. Because I will need to.
Have you already rolled?
Yeah. Why?
If you voiced you were going to do it, I could inspire you.
Well, you can physically see him going over and trying to put his fingers underneath, like you can visually see. him
Then
trying
I
to
will
lift it.
walk up and I'll just be like, "You got this, buddy."
What does that give me?
D8 you can add to your roll.
Oh, no.
I love that you're not helping him. You're just inspiring him and just standing there. You got this, bud. You can do it.
My -1 strength is not going to help him.
That brought me up to 23.
23. All right.
See,
Yeah,
I did
you-
help. Thank you.
You dig,
It's on my
you dig your
D8.
fingers under the edge of this, and yeah, it comes up. You like push it, and you can like tilt it up, and yeah, it's like about 1.5 feet wide kind of thing. But yeah, it comes right up out of the ground.
So I can remove it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd like to just inspect both sides of it and see if there's anything I can find or see if anything interesting.
Yeah, roll investigation.
16. Investigation at 17.
17, okay. So yeah, you kind of clear off more of the mud to get a better look at this thing, and it does indeed look identical to the ones that you had found previously. There's fractures though throughout this thing, so like the runes and the inscriptions that were built into this device have all been kind of like shattered. Just little line fractures throughout all of it. So whatever it was before, it looks like it's been heavily damaged.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. So if these look exactly the same as the other ones, like each disc looked different, right? Like they had their own inscription on each disc.
No, they look the same.
They all have the same inscription and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to cast locate object,
Okay.
and I basically want to know if there's any more of these within the area, basically.
Within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Is you just casting that, or is it ritualistic, or? Okay. So you guys watch as Atlas mutters an incantation, just kind of staring at this thing's in his hands, and you kind of see almost like a visual of this thing kind of like almost light up, and it just kind of just spreads outwards. And Atlas, you get this kind of tug or pull that you felt previously when using this spell to the north.
Okay.
I think there's another one of these, kind of that way. Should we take a look?
Yeah, we should probably bring this one with us, though.
Yeah. Do you want to put it in the bag?
How big is it?
You
It's
can
like a foot,
squeeze it.
right?
It's like a 1.5 foot, so you can get it in the
Oh, yeah,
bag.
no, it'll fit fine then. Yeah, I'll just hold the bag out and just slide it in.
When we were in the mine, that giant was making 3 of them, right?
Yeah, there was 3, yes.
So I won't assume, but I can say there is at least 3 in this area. At least that would make sense from what information we have.
You know what, Jak? You're right. That's probably a good assumption. Way to go, sport.
Thanks.
Well, I think one's this way if we want to head out. About north.
Hopefully it's not within the 200 meter perimeter I did.
All right, so I'll start heading towards where the spell's taking me.
Okay. So everybody
I wanna
follow.
also keep it sense out if it does pull me in another direction, like if it does pick up on a third one.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of zone in on it and yeah, keep an eye
Yeah.
out for any alternate ones. So then, as you guys start to head north through the brush, kind of stepping in between these giant trees and foliage. Atlas, I'm assuming you're kind of like leading the way through it, all this. Okay. So
I am
go ahead.
being careful where I'm stepping and walking, though.
Okay.
And I'm
So
still really looking for plants. I feel like I'm kind of bummed that I haven't seen any plants yet.
okay. All right. So roll a nature for your plant searching as you guys progress north.
Hold on. Nature. 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, you see some little plants, but they kind of look boring. You don't see anything that's really standing out.
That's interesting.
There's like yellows, reds, and purples and stuff, but they look kind of bland. Nothing's really glowing or jumping out at you.
I thought this would be like more colorful in here. They always said about the Fey being like a very mystical type thing, but these plants are kind of boring.
What?
No, nothing. I'm just talking to myself. This way.
Wait, what?
I'd roll a perception while you're leading the group here.
That one.
That one. So as you're laser focused,
The clear throat just worries me.
as you're laser focused, looking for some delightful flowers to pick. Also, a little bit distracted, being laser focused at the pull of this other circle that you're hunting for, while also laser focused, being distracted by looking for another circle that might appear at any time. You hear as this cloud of green gas shoots out from your right hand side as you see these pods open up.
Oh, that
And
smells gross.
you take 8 points of poison damage. Everybody else roll a dexterity saving throw.
Doesn't it smell weird?
Ooh.
Anyway,
13.
13, okay. 8 points of poison
Atlas
damage.
is immune to poison.
10.
10, okay, 8 points of poison damage.
Oh, wait. I get advantage, don't I? Yeah. Magical. Is it? Yeah, magical.
It's not magical, it's physical.
No, physical. Never mind.
What the hell, man?
Who all took that damage?
I know, it kind of smells a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, it burns.
Oh,
Oh, so much. I guess that's what I get for killing the other one and actually fire an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll the attack.
didn't really bother you.
Oh my
huh?
god. Nat 20.
Nat 20, roll damage.
Fuck. Okay, that's 18 damage.
Okay. Yeah, as you send your Eldritch Blast in, this thing just obliterates You just see it shatter into 1,000 leafy pieces and fly away from the group.
Now, do these mushrooms look interesting?
I mean, I think they all look pretty interesting.
These things that attacked were like these little pods, like little green
Okay.
flower pods.
Right, okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I knew that was a little stinky. But, everyone okay?
I exhale. I'm good, man.
Did I fail or pass that save?
You roll what, 14, 13?
A 13.
Yeah, fail, so 8 poison damage.
Okay, just checking.
Jack, are you okay?
Jack's coughing a second. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Did you roll for Reen?
Oh, I did not.
I assume you're riding her, right? So she would be in the radius too.
Yeah. You guys all notice that Atlas seems to be just completely unaffected, just talking like normal.
Oh, I would assume that because he's an automaton. She
Would you?
wouldn't actually
Would
need
you
to
now?
breathe.
Okay.
Would I?
I don't know, would you?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know if it's already been disclosed to us.
You
They already
don't-
said, like, he
I
doesn't
think
need
your
to eat.
reaction when even seeing him, you have pretty much no knowledge of it.
No, I know, but after, obviously, if it was the first day, I wouldn't know. But like, he's told us he doesn't have to eat, he doesn't have to sleep. Like,
If Darius would come to,
rolled a
that's your
16.
choice. If Darius would come to that conclusion, you're your character.
yeah, I mean,
so.
he would just assume that. He's like, he doesn't need to do what normal humans have to do.
Yeah.
She rolled a 16.
Okay. So she only takes 4 damage.
Okay.
All right. As you guys continue northward, everybody roll a perception.
Come on.
Jeez.
24.
Apparently that gas blinded me.
That one.
Yeah.
Apparently, riding
Okay.
green makes me roll bad. I rolled an 8.
Okay. Atlas.
$18.
8. Okay. All right. As you guys continue north, Mastos, you kind of indicate a few different things to the group as Atlas is leading. Primarily these strange-looking purple and green vines that wrap around some of the trees. You can see these little kind of thorns on them. They start to move slightly as you guys move throughout this, but Mastos kind of shows you guys where to watch for, and you bypass these vines. And as you're heading north, the sound of the water starts to get louder, louder. And as you continue for about 5 or 10 minutes now, you can see where the trees and the foliage starts to break a little bit, and you see a river ahead of you. Looks about maybe 30 feet, but it looks, as you kind of look left to right, it looks like this continues and bisects the entire area.
Ooh. Ah. Wait. Alice, that gas didn't affect you?
The what? The smelly cloud?
The gas, man.
Why do you seem like you're like drunk?
What are you talking about, man? There's nothing wrong with me.
You actually seem to
I
be
mean, you
talking
just
better.
yeah, you actually are speaking better than you normally do.
Mastos speaks perfect common. I say it all the time.
Man.
Maybe the gas intoxicates me a bit.
It's Fey weed, but it's poisonous. So I'm really not gonna say.
As soon as he said it, I'm like, oh man, that's so baked. It just affects Faye differently.
I mean, I have Fey ancestry enough
I
to
know.
find.
I don't. It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good.
Green
I
and
won't.
white.
don't want to do it again. That's why Mastos said avoid. Don't. Just
Should I walk ahead then? Maybe you guys stand back about 40 feet or so, and I'll kind of tap them all as I go.
Mastos thinks that's not a bad idea, man.
So I run ahead and I just want to like Super Mario from mushroom to mushroom.
So when you're out of the clearing, you're out of the kind of the edge of the forest, and you see the water in front of you right now.
Oh right, yeah.
Boing, boing, boing.
Forgot. All right, so where is it pulling me to?
So it's still pulling you north.
Okay, so we gotta
And
get
this,
across the water.
Yeah, you've reached this river that's kind of look left to right, east to west, and it's bisecting this entire area.
The top of that mushroom looks like it's staring at me.
Do I see any discernible route across the water? It does look deep.
Roll perception.
You're a towel.
22.
22. Okay. So as you look up and down, you do see there's these kind of deep, like reddish black rocks, and you can see like down the river there are some areas where these kind of protrude out of the water, and the river's kind of going around it. So you might be able to kind of jump over or stepping stone over there. And as you look in, you can see it's pretty clear water. You can see it's hard to gauge depth of it, but it doesn't look too deep. You can see the bottom.
I can see the bottom.
Yeah. If you had the gauge, it's hard with water, but if you had the gauge, it'd say maybe 20 feet, 15, 20 feet.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. So definitely not walking through.
No.
Okay.
But you don't have to worry about breathing. Far as
You also have your boots. You can just like.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to use them right now. I get one for use a day, and then I have to use a spell slot to use them again.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I think it's either a day or a short rest.
Check.
Yeah. You use the spell slot.
Yeah, but when's the last time you used them? You know?
In the rat fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like
Every
what?
day since I got them.
It was like yesterday. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
I thought there was a second way to use them. It doesn't say on it.
You can use like a level 1 spell slot, like any spell slot, to use it again.
Oh, okay. And it's long rest. It says long rest on here, but I thought it was short rest.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it is long rest then.
Ugh,
Yeah, whatever's in the details.
make it short rest.
Well, if you got them tweaked or upgraded or something, maybe, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah,
Spare
whatever.
rocket fuel.
Fucking Thoric, here I come, buddy. Take the shit back. Make them better. I will guide them to the rocks that I see that look the best to paths through.
You guys see Atlas point over to this kind of like large hunkin' sort of triangular piece of rock. Starts a couple of feet into the water, kind of quite shallow, and leads upwards and then deep down to the other side. You get about like 5-10 feet on either side almost of this kind of rock that's jutting out of the water. It leads to the other side.
Jack, do you want to make it over, and then maybe if we can set up your rope or your grapple just to help us get through this over the rocks here? Not the most stable.
I mean, can you guys make it, or do you need me to do that?
Do you have some rope? Like, isn't this your thing? Like traversing?
Difficult terrain.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Jak is going to effortlessly attempt to effortlessly like flip over these rocks and just like kind of meander, like hands in his pockets kind of deal. Like, this isn't a big deal. Like, why can't you guys do this?
Okay, roll dexterity check.
16 on the die, and then +3, so 19.
Okay. Yeah, so he just watches. He has his hands in his pockets, just walking straight forward, hops onto the rock, just walks up, and he just turns around, facing you all, and kind of jumps backwards, and lands on the other side of the bank.
Oh, you cocky fucker! You were. Oh, I wanted to cutting words that so badly.
And seeing Jak doing this, you see Reen turn and face you all, and then just slowly flap her wings and just slowly back over the water, and then just land on the other side, and then just kind of like shrugs her wings.
All right, Jak, you want to toss a rope over?
I look at each other and say, well, why don't we just walk?
And
I can cast water walking, virtual cast water walking.
Okay, ritual cast. Okay.
Does it, like, do you have to do that one at a time?
So you guys see.
No, it says up to
That's
10
true.
willing creatures you
Oh,
can see
sweet.
within range.
You guys see
how long, is that going to
Mastos
take 10 minutes?
start to do this incantation. He looks very focused.
What's he doing?
Well, it kind of looks like us when we're trying to cast a spell without burning too much energy.
And then Jak is going to try to grapple onto Atlas's arm.
Okay, roll attack. I feel like you're just trying to use Atlas like some sort of puppet, like some sort of toy.
All the time. 22 to hit.
Okay, so you grapple around his arm.
Yeah, and then Jak's going to kind of like pull tension into it. And then he's going to go, okay, is this what you mean?
Huh? No, but okay, sure. I just meant to throw a rope over, like just a rope, and then you can tie it maybe around her waist, but sure.
Well, the grappling hook kinda is a rope.
Oh, absolutely.
You're casting.
Wait, are
You can't
talking
interact.
right now?
You're focused.
No, I think that's Tim saying it. Not. I don't think Mastos would even notice say that.
No.
Have we seen Mastos cast water walking before? I don't think we have, right?
No. You just see him doing an incantation.
I don't think we've seen him cast anything.
Other than
Whoa,
shapeshift.
like-
You've seen me cast speak with plant, heat, metal, enlarge, reduce, and speak with
like-
animals,
Like a ritual.
find familiar,
weird.
good berries. Yeah, that's fair.
But you both,
Yeah.
Atlas
Hey,
and Darius, definitely recognize a ritual cast when you see it. You don't know what he's casting necessarily, but you definitely understand he's within a ritual cast.
Remember, I said, what if we just walk, right? So,
Yeah, but again, you're Mastos.
Yeah.
that's fair. That's also fair.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, and I mean, for all I know, he's trying to commune with this forest again, and he seems like he's a little bit drunk. So, I'm gonna tap my heels together, and I'm gonna attempt to make it across that rock.
Okay, so right now, Atlas, the grapple hook is around your arm. Jak, you're poised, toit. What are you doing? What do you guys want to
Toit
do
like a
with
tiger.
this situation? Toit. You got a trend?
Yeah, I'm just making it, hoping that I can hold on to Atlas as he traverses these rocks.
Okay. Atlas, you're going with it?
Yeah, I'm going with it.
Okay, roll a dex check with advantage.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thought he was pulling me.
He is, that's why you're getting advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna guide myself as well.
Yep.
Oh, Kimmy.
I'm gonna take him to bed.
Okay.
Love you, baby.
He was checking on
Love you. Love you.
We are the worst group of friends I've ever met.
Smooch. Give her another smooch.
The funny thing is that it's only Luke getting that in his ear hole. Like,
Yeah, I know, that's what makes it better, 'cause he's having a conversation with her giggling.
18.
18. Okay. So yeah, as you kind of like as you hop up, You feel the extra kind of like pull from Jak, and as you hit the sort of bottom angle of the rock, it's kind of moist, kind of being splashed a little bit with the water. So as he pulls, it just pulls you up, and you're like woo, and you kind of fly off the edge like a water slide, and just land and just skid on the ground on the other side.
Oh, my Oreos.
Respectable.
That was great. Too
You're gonna-
curious.
He's
So
more fleshy.
You look over, you see Darius is already starting to run towards the rocks.
Get him. Look how eager he is.
I don't know. I feel like
Let's do it.
Darius, roll a dexterity check for me, please.
23.
23. So as you kind of click your boots, right as you kind of go to jump onto the rock, you get a little bit of extra. You kind of weren't expecting. You don't use your boots very much, and this urge of speed, you kind of just whoa, kicking your feet and your arms in the air as you just fly right over the rock and then land on the other side.
When the speed kicks in, I'm gonna yell across. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. I don't need your help.
As you all now kind of looking over, you all look over and you just see Mastos focused, moving his hand. You see these runes and incantations floating in front of him as he focuses in, continuing his ritual cast.
for the next 9 minutes.
I deactivate the boots, by the way.
Do, 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 do.
Everybody,
Well, how
roll-
long is he going to be doing that? Should we wait?
It takes about 10 minutes.
Should I build a fire?
Well, are any of you wet?
I feel like by the time you make the fire, he'll be done.
Oh, Reen can make a fire.
With lightning?
Yeah, do you know what happens if you hit wood and lightning together?
I mean, I know what happens when lightning from the sky hits it, and that's like supercharged lightning. I don't know how powerful Reen's lightning is, if it's going to dry out the wood and light it on fire.
I can make a fire. I'm woodsy.
Yeah, I know, but you have to go and gather materials. I'm not saying you're bad at this, dude. I'm just saying it's going to take time. By the time you get the fire going, he's going to be done.
You're gonna have a 9-minute conversation about being able to start a fire.
Jak's gonna try to make a fire to make it look like, and the whole time he did that, he had time to get across, build a fire, sit down, and relax.
Okay. Easy done. You start gathering some little sprigs, some dry wood, expertly crafting it into a small pyramid shape, using your flint. Very easily, almost with your eyes closed, light a fire. And
Mastos
5 minutes
inside you,
left
what
on
you-
Mastos, just still.
Jak's like sitting down, Reen's like sitting by the fire like it's the end of the day, and
Roasting a
Jak's
fish that he
warming
caught after making a fishing rod. If I can get you three that are not focusing on the ritual cast to roll a perception check, please.
Well, I want to roll one anyway. I
No.
feel left out.
No.
Oh, wow.
No, you immediately die.
Perception. Except for the one watching Jak, all of these have sucked. Mine is a 9.
14.
20.
Nice.
Thank the Lord we have.
Not a nat 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't have to roll because I actually rolled a 1.
Well, your eyes are closed. That's why it's a 1. You're focusing on your cast.
That's fair. Yeah, very
But
natural.
yeah, you three sit down around the fire as you watch the trout roasting over it that Jak got and put over it. So Atlas, yeah, you kind of take in more your surroundings now that you're kind of like sitting and waiting. You look out, and as you look up into the ceiling, you can't even see the ceiling of this thing. It just goes into blackness. As you look over to the edges, you're pretty sure you can see the west kind of wall of this cavern, if you will. But from what you can see, you can definitely tell that it is dome structured. And you are not 100%, but you're almost sure you're seeing movement in the top of the really tall trees, like 25 feet tall tree across where you came from, up in the leaves. Just the smallest, maybe just a little black kind of shadow, almost a foot in size, just kind of flicker up there. Not near Mastos, it's way like 100 yards away from Mastos to the east.
Okay. All right, I'll just keep that to myself for now.
All right, so you kind of wait and kind of take in the surroundings, and then Mastos eventually, as you open your eyes, Mastos, you look around and you kind of like throw your hands out, ready to just activate water walking everybody as you look around, and you feel a little surge in your body, and you see your colleagues sitting at the other side, sitting around the fire.
I just slowly start walking towards them. Just head down, just walk straight across the water.
As I turn, I'm like, why didn't you say you could do that?
Mastos said we could walk.
Okay, but to be fair, you say that like all the time.
As he walks up, Jack's gonna hand him a fish. Trout?
Trout! Mastos takes trout.
All right, so as you munch on the imaginary trout, where are you guys going now? You still
Weren't we
feel
not
this
supposed to
pull.
hurt any of the
It's
animals
what,
in here?
10 minutes is it for locate object?
He said imaginary.
Pardon?
Is it 10 minutes for locate object, isn't it? Oh no, it's an hour.
Yeah, so then I wouldn't have waited for Mastos to do
Good point.
his ritual cast.
He screwed us. He wants us to stay in the Fey forever.
Another 10 minutes.
Yeah, so 10 minutes. So whenever you did reach there, you did feel it still pulling you north when you did reach the water.
Okay, so can we? How long has it been since I cast it till when we got to the water?
So it was close to 10-minute walk north to get to the
really?
water. So it would have been close to being over. You would had 3 minutes left. So as you got,
we say then once he got across the water, he ritual casted, so we just had to wait like another 2 minutes.
is it even a ritual cast?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, you can't ritual
Yeah.
cast it. I thought you could. I thought you had before.
No, not locate object.
Oh, it was detect magic, I think is what Richard cast last time.
Right.
So yeah, as you got to the other side, it was kind of just ending, but you can still feel it pulling you to the north.
Okay, so I'll keep heading on that direction.
Okay. You all following suit?
Yep.
Okay. Who is so Atlas? Are you leading the way, or is Mastos? Are you taking charge? Who's leading the pack?
I am side by side of Atlas
Okay.
at the front. We're both doing it together.
So Atlas, roll a perception with advantage.
Mm, 21.
Okay. So as you guys kind of work together, seeing,
okay, 21. Yeah.
okay,
So-
seeing what happened last time, Atlas, you're getting an idea for what these kind of poison pods are looking like, and the ones that Mastos doesn't catch, you catch and veer the party kind of around it. And again, Mastos, you pointing out these strange finds, guiding the party around these as well, making sure not to hit them.
Those sharp.
And as you start heading north, both of you start to hear a lot of cracking noises to the east. And it almost sounds like voices. You can't make anything out other than tonality, like it's a noise, but you can hear tone to it far to the east.
Is that all of us?
Only the ones leading right now. You guys can roll a perception now that they pointed out in the support, but
Mastos here's something to the east. Far east.
I heard it too. It's like, and I seen something. I thought I seen something.
I rolled an 18 on perception.
okay.
Something You've seen something?
I very high up in the treetops. I don't know if it's. I don't know if I was just glitching, but
Jak rolled a 21 as well.
Is
Yeah,
that
so-
what I see from the treetops? Is that in the same direction, east?
It was east, but this is where you've traveled now. It is definitely like a lot further east than where you were.
Okay.
So yeah, you all hear this very low tonality, some sort of vocal tone coming from the eastal area. It's far, like you're just hearing something. It's even hard to make out that it's voices, but you know something's there, part of the east.
Well, how far would it be though? Like it can't be. How far can how far is hearing in D&D?
Well, depends on situation, right? Depends on the atmosphere. Depends if it's something
Well,
that would
that's what I'm
carry
asking.
sound or. But you can roll an intelligence check.
It's not going to be great. That's a 9.
And 9. So yeah, you're trying to figure out with the dense forest and like how this dome is shaped. You're trying to like figure out like what sort of distance would that be, and you figure, you know what, this is somewhere between 100 yards, 5,000 yards. Definitely in between there somewhere.
Guys. This is definitely somewhere that's either really close or really far away.
Do you want me to go look at it?
I mean,
We could ask the
Good.
plants again.
I mean, well, like, I feel like it would be safer if I went to go look at it, but we need to know, I don't want to just start walking for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable in this situation, and I know I can move faster than you, and I have Reen, so I think it'd be a little safer if I went.
I can be invisible.
I can move through the trees with great speed.
I can shapeshift.
I mean, to be fair, I can also move at great speed.
We're all very talented. This is where I thrive. I'm gonna go take a look. I can come back in a minute.
This is literally my home.
Mastos,
Well, you can show us your house sometime.
Oh.
Mastos, you feel your connection to Ratmos disappear.
Ravos. No!
What?
Something happened. Ratmos. He got hurt. He's
Where
gone.
was he?
He went to. He went for me to find something. He needed to find something that bound Duranic here. Something that could trap. Something dangerous.
Okay, so 2 things. Is your sense with him infinite?
Well, he wouldn't go where I couldn't hear, or maybe we're too far now.
Yeah, I mean, you did tell him to go and find the thing. Did you specify not to go out of the range?
No.
So he may just be heading there. Or, again, we did get warned that there were a bunch of dangerous animals in the woods. Not that I have seen any of them, but...
I thought they said that they would put them away for a while.
Well, they said if we see them to leave them alone, but if they see a rat, there's a good chance they're going to attack it. Since you know, rats are probably food to many of the creatures in here.
So, do I know the difference of the feeling between the communication being disconnected from 100 feet away or the death of my familiar?
Yes, because as you kind of go to kind of connect with him or recall him to you, there is no connection. You understand that you would have to basically recast the entire ability to bring him back from where he is. You know the difference.
No, he's not out of reach. Ratmos is gone.
Okay, so maybe an animal ate him.
That's not good for us, though. Ratmos fast. Ratmos sneaky. Ratmos doesn't get eaten often.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get eaten often either.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
I never get
Especially in
eaten.
the Fey.
So proof it. That's case in point. He probably got eaten.
Yeah. I'm conveying that.
Okay. Just doesn't seem like it's out of the ordinary.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to send somebody out at this point, knowing if that was the direction where Ramos went missing, or wherever Atlas
Well,
is feeling for us? Do we want
Atlas,
to continue on there?
Tracking something, right?
Yes, trying to. Oh, what happened?
Knees?
Apologies.
Okay, so how, like, where are you feeling the thing now?
Oh, I lost track of it a while ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know we haven't passed it?
Oh, we don't. Have you seen it? Did we pass it?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like face palms into.
Have you not been looking?
No, because we were following you. Who
We're looking for the disc. Are you
we
not
were
looking?
tracking it with magic. You didn't tell me it wasn't working anymore.
Darius, come on.
Come
This
on,
is a
what?
team. We
How-
work together. Everyone helps out around here.
How long ago did you lose track of it?
Oh, I would say
About 8 minutes ago.
about 8 minutes ago.
You can cover a lot of ground in 8 minutes.
Hmm.
Can you simply recast the spell that's allowing you to do this?
I could, but I don't know. I feel like we could find it if we just look for it.
But we don't even know. It could be behind us at this point.
But I'm sure it would have been like something of.
Did you get more than one hit? Did you?
Nope, just the one to the north.
Jack, how did you find the other one?
It was in the clearing. Did you notice the clearing that we were standing in?
Did I notice the clearing that we were standing in?
I hope so.
Just the way everything.
I can't tell by that face. I don't know what he's saying.
Just
We
the
can
way
travel
everything
a
was
little bit
growing. It
further.
was strange.
I'm sure something will pop out of us. But Darius, keep your eyes open. We're looking for something.
If the layout's going to be similar, it's going to be a circular area with not a lot of growth in it.
Next time I tell you I have something covered, I'm gonna stop covering it, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you're supposed to be helping me."
Oh, I didn't say I had anything covered. I just said it's this way. Let's go look for it.
Cast a spell so you could find it.
Do we want to send somebody away just to go see what may or may not have killed Ratmos?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let's be on the prowl, if you
Yeah,
will.
let's keep
Since
our
we have-
eyes open.
And I
No
just,
way
like,
to
lock
know-
eyes with Darius.
Can Rin go see what that sound was to the far east?
And then my eyes glow yellow, and I cast guidance on Darius.
That might help a little with your search.
I turn around and start walking north.
Okay.
And Reen will stay with us for now.
Okay. And so Mastos, you said you were heading east?
No, I'll head north with the group.
Okay. And Darius?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
All right. Everybody's heading north?
Did Jack ever see Ratmos?
You've seen him
no.
as an owl.
Well, you've seen him before. Like, you've seen Ratmos, but you didn't see him tell Ratmos to go into the forest. You were
Yeah,
off
he was at the
gallivanting.
breakfast table this morning.
But I would be aware that this is a familiar that was summoned,
Yes.
similar
Yes.
to Reen. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Why don't you resummon him?
Take another 10 minutes.
Let's keep looking first.
All right,
Onward bound.
keep moving, and let me
All
know
right.
when I find it.
So everybody roll a perception as you guys start continuing the trek north.
Do we get advantage?
Why?
Darius has a
Because I rolled a 5.
11
22.
plus
10.
9, 30, 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So, Jak, you kind of start staring more at the trees, kind of just having images of yourself just flicking up there and going tree to tree and just seeing Reen fly by and jumping on her back and jumping to the other tree, just bouncing
That's
from tree to
extremely
tree,
reasonable.
just looking down for anything that you could attack, any prey below you. And so you notice absolutely nothing about your current surroundings.
This is literally
Not even
a
mad about
working
that.
meeting.
The rest of you, yeah, keeping an eye out for a clearing. As you're looking, Atlas, you start to notice breaks in the branches and some impressions on the ground leading to the southeast of the direction where you
There's
guys
so
are.
much to do in here.
Oh wow, there's. It looks like something's come through here. There's breaks in the leaves and footprints in the ground, leading in the southwestern direction,
Southeast.
southeastern direction.
Okay, well, let's focus on this task first.
Okay.
Since we have no way to determine where it is if we leave our current path.
Oh, that gas cloud must have really done something there. Okay, well, I'll make a note mentally. Actually, Jak, where are you?
What'd you say? Sorry? See how
you
cool that tree is with that branch right there?
Oh yeah, it'll look really cool if you swing it on it.
It would. What's up?
Rub your neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Just kidding. Anyway,
Family friendly. PG.
Can you you're good at remembering areas and locations, right? That's your thing? That's why you're here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perfect. Just remember these tracks.
I'm gonna point out like what I've noticed to him.
Okay.
Jak wants to look at the tracks before he moves on.
Yeah, roll a survival.
Is there a large tree nearby?
There's numerous
I got
large
a
trees
P2.
nearby.
21.
21. As you study these tracks, you recognize this type of cat-shaped footprint from the demons that you tracked within the mine. Maybe we'll take a break. We'll find out what you guys want to do when we come back.
Rough.
right, welcome back, everybody. Last we left off, the ATLADS were seeking a second sort of runic circle that they knew was used to teleport demons within a mine in this Fey Forest at the bottom of the cities in A.T.L.A.S. They heard some breaking of branches, cracks, and some tracks leading to the east. However, the object they were looking for was to the north. So we pick up. What do you guys want to do?
Cracks and Tracks, episode name. I want to pull out the sword, and I'm going to mark an X on the tree.
Okay. So as you do this, you look around. There's a couple of different trees, big ones, small ones.
So
is
this
there
one's in my head.
any tree at all, or just wanna?
The ones closest to the tracks that we see.
You see? Okay. Yeah. So this big, thick trunk goes about 30 foot high with these purple long branches that come out. About halfway up, there's these kind of orange circular fruits that are about the size of your head. They kind of just are pivoted around. Just sword in there, carve an X.
I
You see
cover
this,
Mastos size.
you see this white fluid kind of drip out as you cut the X into this tree.
As I'm doing, I'm like, oh, you like that? Eh?
No, it doesn't.
You said which of these creatures did the prince or whoever's where they were? I can't even think.
Yeah, so the prints that you've seen were the dog-like prints. The dog demons that you fought, it's the same prints.
You guys remember the demons we fought in the mine?
We fought
dog-like-
demons? What?
The
And I have a
dog-like
very...
ones?
Darius has a very sarcastic look on his face.
Was
When
I
did we
alive
fight
for that?
demons?
You all fought demons?
That was a serious question. Was I alive for that? Can't remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was actually right before you died, I think.
At
Yeah,
the
it
top
was.
of the.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, I remember. And
these
then-
prints are identical to them.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I think
In
we
your
can.
camera, dude.
I turned his
That's
camera
what-
off for the stream.
Why?
Because it's not
Because
showing.
it's just camos plus.
Oh, what's going on? What happened?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know. Check your shit.
I'm checking. Didn't even realize.
Yeah, we fought demon dogs. I remember. What about them?
That's just what made these tracks. So, would I be able to tell how old these tracks are?
With that survival check, yeah. Yeah, you can tell that these are extremely fresh. Like, within the last 20 minutes fresh.
Okay. Jack's still looking at them. Yeah, these are pretty new. I'd say in the last 10 to 20 minutes, they walked past here.
Do the tracks also come from the direction we're heading?
Jack, as you look at that, they look like they did come from that direction. Looks like they came north and then turned down to the southeasterly direction.
Yes, looks like they came from the way we're headed.
And that's just the
So-
ones you can identify. There are other prints there you don't recognize, but those are ones you identify.
Would you say it's safe to say that they already recovered the object that we're trying to go find?
Well, who says they're trying to recover it? If
Why else
the
would they be here?
Well, if they made these to teleport, then they can freely move around from here and wherever they're from.
By the one that we found, it looked pretty cracked up. Maybe they already used them to teleport here. Now they're just moving around the area, doing whatever nefarious plans that they have in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just find it a strange coincidence that demons the things that created these discs, or were at least utilizing them, they were just coming from the area we're trying to go and find. Up to you guys. Do you want to go follow these tracks to see if they lead us to, like, follow them backwards and see if they lead us to a clearing and potentially the missing disc?
Mastos wants to go where there's demons.
Okay.
Do you want to just see demons? Because when we see them, we're going to be fighting them.
No, I think he wants them dead.
Okay.
Mastos
need a
very
demon.
much so wants them dead.
Well, Mastos, I'm actually excited to see you want to take them out.
Yeah, are you gonna like Hulk out again?
Mastos doesn't know what you mean. And I skip away.
How long, Jak, do you think they were by here?
He said already. He said 10 to 20 minutes ago.
Oh, he said that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they're 20 minutes ahead, do you think we can catch up?
As these tracks headed the way the sound was,
West,
Yeah, in that direction. East, yeah. That direction. Yeah.
east.
well, things are starting to make sense. And maybe Ratmos was killed by a demon.
Okay, do we want to pursue the demons?
How about this,
Mhm.
Jack? You're faster than us. Why don't you go and check to see if you can find the clearing? If there's a disc there, grab it. We'll make our way to the camp. By the time we get there, you should be able to double back and get to us on Reed's back.
And Jak looks at Atlas as like if he likes this, like looking for confirmation if he agrees with this or not.
I don't like the idea of splitting up, but we are.
He was just running through these woods, like almost the whole time we've been here.
Well, that was before we knew there was agents, but no, I'm
But they
agreeing.
went that way.
Darius, it's okay. I agree. I don't like the idea of splitting up, but Jak is the quickest. Maybe you give him your cloak.
I won't need his cloak.
And he would need to sit
Are
with
you
it for...
sure?
He would have to sit with it for an hour.
Right.
If there's one thing I can assure you, I will get away from any danger.
Okay, I thought you were talking about being seen or not being seen, so I was just... Yes, you could probably outrun it when they see you.
Yes, I will.
Okay, well, we'll head the other way.
And while they're still like having the conversation and he's got his confirmation, Jak's hand's gonna go up and he's just gonna zip right into a tree as Reen takes flight and follows him. And just as he was picturing it, not paying attention, he's doing like from tree to tree, flipping, slapping it on the next one as Reen's just
Spider-Man it.
going, yeah. As she's
Okay.
flying right beside him.
So Reen is flying up there in the trees with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very stealthily.
Yeah, his loose drake just flying over the trees.
Leaves and everything just rustling up.
Yeah. The blue sparks just flying in the darkness above.
Man,
Okay.
it's a good thing that didn't happen while you were on her back.
Oh no.
I felt a little zap.
So Mastos, Atlas, and Darius. What's the plan? You guys heading east or?
Yeah, I guess we'll head towards where we heard the sound.
Yeah, like basically following the tracks the other way.
Okay. All right.
I am going to put the hood up, and I am going to go about like 30, basically a round's worth of speed ahead.
Okay.
Good call. I'm gonna go a round's worth of speed behind.
Mastos, were you chilling in the middle, trying to like stuck?
I'm watching them like bounce back and forth, but I'm trying to focus on hunting demons. I am now
Okay.
in a mode of smelling for the infernal. No.
Okay. So Darius, it's quite easy for you to stay ahead of the group. The group, it's hard to stay behind because you can't see where Darius is visible right now. But Mastos, roll a perception, please.
I'm gonna use my hot dice. Ooh, that's 16. So 24, 25.
24. Awesome. Nice roll.
No, 25. 25.
Yeah, so as you kind of focus in and you're, trying to remember back any knowledge or any senses that were sort of activated when you had any connection with any type of demon. You kind of focus in and you get a whiff on the air from the east direction you guys are heading. Get a strong whiff and almost a scent of burning as well. You get that scent of something burning.
I would like
To rage.
to shift.
I would like to shit my pants.
Shift.
So-
Shift. Basically, rage. No, I'm going to take the deep breath in.
Before you
There's
say
demons
anything,
and-
before you do that,
No,
you do need
sounds-
something to, if you're gonna not just wild shape, you need something to happen.
Yeah.
Or you're okay.
Yeah. No. I know. I'm not. They think I'm going to be shifting it down.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna smell the air. No. There are demons. Demons near. And I am going to shift into Foxmos.
See, Mastos just kind of like go to leap forward, just turn into the tiny little white fox you're used to seeing him turn into.
Joe, baby, I don't want to run you over.
And I'm going to use keen senses to track them as we go closer.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so use your previous roll. You so roll with advantage for your foxy sniffer.
Okay, that's a 22, and that's a 14, so 22.
22, awesome. So your little sniffer, you can zero in on where these fruit prints are, and sniff, 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 and you can dial in. You're like 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're getting 8 or 9 different scents. And these scents being of different in type, focusing in, closing your eyes. One has some type of burning smell to it. The other two different in nature, but you can't quite pick up what type. But 3 different types of scents is what you're smelling.
I'm going to shift out of Foxmos and turn to the group. There's 3 different scents. I smell them. I smell 3. But they're different from each other. All 3. Maybe more.
Is it
Lots more.
demons? They're all
Yeah.
demons?
Definitely demons. Definitely, most definitely, definitely. Yes, demons.
3 types. But you don't know how many total?
You smell 9.
So just to clarify, you said there's about 8 or 9 of them, but I smell, yeah. So there's maybe 8 or 9, but 3 different types among different demons.
Okay, well, we better be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to
And I-
maybe get ready?
Mastos is always ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to
Mm-hmm.
get really ready?
I can try. And I stretch.
I hope Jack's hurrying.
So while this is happening, Jack, roll a perception for you and for Reen, please.
Dirty 20 for Jack.
Touch my hooves.
And I gotta double check her. Oh,
Those
that's
quads
not it.
stretched. Watch the hammies.
And for Reen, she gets a plus my thing, so she gets +5, so 22 for Reen.
Okay. So as you're and Reen heading forward, she's kind of like swinging in. You're grappling from tree to tree. As she sees in tandem with you when there's not a tree available, she kind of swings herself in so you can hook around her leg and swing over to the other side. As you guys
Sick.
kind of tandem and swing to the north section of this. As you're up higher now, you can see this dome. As you keep heading north, you do start to see a small clearing, which is almost right up against the kind of the closing of this dome, the solid wall. And you do see a small clearing similar to what was what you found previously.
Okay. As we're getting closer, am I able to see if there's like anybody around it?
Yeah, so roll a perception.
I rolled another another dirty 20, 15 on the die, +5.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, as you're swinging down, you kind of glance back as well, and you see over near the center of the dome above the trees, where it's usually like it's all kind of dark about maybe 15 feet above the trees because everything kind of shone down below. You see this small blue, small purple. I love purple. Small blue light, almost central in the dome, just slightly above the tree line. But as you look down below you in the clearing, you don't see anybody there.
And
clear.
it looks similar to like where we found the disc a minute
It
ago.
does. It does. Purple disc.
I guess looking at the blue light, would I be able to gather what it does? Would I be able to
It's-
ascertain what it's been doing?
It's so far. The only reason you can see it at all is because it's pitch black right above the trees. The only reason you can even see that there'd be no way to tell at this distance what it looks stationary. It's not moving.
Okay. Jack's gonna look to Reen, and he's gonna say, "Stick close and watch my back," and he's going to basically dive down towards that area and see if he can remove the disc.
Okay. So yeah, as you head into the clearing, you can see almost identical to what you've seen before. It was kind of laying on the ground, and the grass kind of placed strangely growing around it. And yeah, you scrape it away, and like the other one, you see these little fractures throughout it. It looks like it's not functioning. It looks like it's been there for an extremely long time, and grown over. You don't see any. You just see all these fractures throughout the disc.
And am I able to remove the disc with ease?
Roll strength.
17.
17? Yeah. So you get your fingers underneath it, push it up. Yeah, it comes free. You can see it's just caked in dirt. You push off the vegetation that's kind of grown over parts of it. But yeah, it comes free.
Jack is trying to move with haste, but he wants to be somewhat diligent. Is he seeing any tracks that lead from this area to where he just came from?
There's a T-Rex in somebody's house. Roll investigation or survival, your choice.
I will most likely do this.
Got little arms.
That is a 21 on
21.
survival.
Okay. So as you look a little bit further out from this disc, you see tracks, but they start way further out, like 30 or 40 feet out away from this disc. And the tracks seem to start where there's... it looks like there was some sort of patch of something. Something was either laying there or was decompressing on the ground, with stuff kind of growing around it, almost like little mounds. And as you look around, you see like 8 or 9 of these kind of tiny little mounds that are kind of like decompressed into the ground.
Like they're mounds that like I can interact with or move, or
Sorry,
it's like
inverse mounds, like little hole, not dug holes, but like depressed, like little
Compressed.
shapes like that. Yeah, compressed.
So something was on the ground, but it's
Yes.
no longer on the ground. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So Jack understands that there's nothing there for him to take. So, as quickly as he got there, he's going to start making his way back to the group.
All right. So as you do that, the group, you were heading eastward.
Yeah, we're going slow though, or I'm going slow at least, because we obviously want Jack to catch up.
Okay. Darius, you were staying like 30 feet ahead of everybody. What's your plan of attack or action right now?
I want to get probably within like 60 feet, maybe 90 of the destination. So I guess the fire or whatever we heard, it'll depend.
Okay. So you guys
On
are
what
kind of
I see as
moving
we get
stealthily
closer.
up, listening for whatever the noise was.
Yeah.
Okay. So you 3 roll a group stealth check, please. Darius, you're obviously with advantage.
Ooh. I'm gonna need that.
I rolled 2 13s.
I rolled a
my plus
19.
19. Okay.
Stealth. My stealth, I think, is 7. It's 6, so
That's
19
pretty
as
good.
well.
Yeah. Okay. Alice.
14.
14. Okay. So, you guys kind of move slowly in tandem. Atlas and Mastos, you kind of watch out as Darius kind of like, as he moves, just kind of flicks a branch as he moves by each tree to let you guys know where he's going and where he is while keeping quiet. Everybody roll a perception. Darius, you roll at advantage.
Oh, not one.
That one.
16.
16, okay.
Oh, wait.
22.
19, sorry.
19 and a 22.
The first number was 13.
22 for
Nope.
me.
18, sorry.
Okay, gotcha. All right. You guys kind of slowly creeping through, making sure not to stand on any kind of branches or break anything on the way through. Mastos, this little bug. It's in your ear. You don't hear anything at all. As you guys move forward, Atlas and Darius, luckily Mastos far enough back, doesn't create too much of a disturbance for you. You guys start to hear coming from Darius, you being a little bit further ahead, you would say maybe about 60 feet to your east.
Do I see anything?
Roll a perception. It's super dense forest here, so it's...
So, but like, I would be actively looking. Would it be perception or investigation?
So, because you're not there being able to like get your hands on it,
Okay.
it'll be a perception. Before you were kind of listening for the sound of where you're going, and now you're trying to like look and see if you can see anything.
15.
15. Okay. Trying to glance through the trees and the brush. You just can't get a bead on what's over there. You do look up though, and you do notice this small little blue, almost looks like a bead of light up in the air. Probably like maybe 100 feet up in the air, but it's far away from you, but it sounds roughly above where you're hearing these voices.
Okay, is there a tree I can press myself up against?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get up against a tree. I won't obviously look up, make sure there's nobody above me.
Yeah, yeah.
and
You
then I
glance
will-
up, you see there's nobody up there.
Okay, I will remove the hood, and I will, and
Okay. to Atlas and Mastos, you see Darius kind of reappear up against the tree and place his hand up.
And I will cast message to Atlas and whisper that I hear talking up ahead.
Can you hear what they're saying? Or understand it?
I could understand it. Again, I'm still whispering. I'm just saying it so you can hear me.
What did it say?
Well, I don't currently understand it, but I can if you want me to.
Yeah, I think that'd be some great insight to what we're dealing with.
Okay, I am going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, please.
Uh-oh. 12?
Okay. Yeah, you mutter the words and you feel the arcanic incantations kind of take place and you kind of settle in and start listening. And you hear these gruff voices almost sound a little bit in confusion.
Where's Zarek? Should be here. What happened to the attack? I don't know. We'll wait here. Should be here. Where's the seed? Where is it?
Sorry, they said where's who?
Arak.
Oh. I thought you said where's Sarek, and I was like, oh.
I also heard that.
So I'll cast message again, and I'll be like, it looks like they were waiting for someone, and they haven't shown up. They're looking for the seed, though.
Sorry, I'm trying to write down what
They said. So they said, "Where's Eric? He should be here."
Yeah.
Where's the seed?
And then they also said something about like should be an attack.
Yeah, something about like they're supposed to be an attack or something.
Okay.
As you guys are kind of conversing this back and forth, Darius, as you're looking back to Atlas, you can see the blue flickering lights of Reen about 150 feet out the tree line.
Can I gauge that range?
Yep.
Okay, so when he's at 120 feet, I am going to tell him to slow down and basically move stealthy towards where we are. And I'll tell him we're about 120 feet ahead of him.
Okay, Jak, you hear down and get. You see like the half of the sentence kick in as he gets in range.
Jak can respond, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna say, "Are demons up ahead?"
Just hold on. Let me look at comprehend languages because I know I can understand them. I don't know if it helps me identify the language. For a duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read.
We can say with the nature of the spell that you can tell what language you're interpreting.
Okay, and it is.
It is infernal.
Okay, I will relay back that I haven't seen them, but it sounds like they're speaking infernal, so I would assume they are demons.
And Jak is gonna respond, "I'm gonna open this fight."
Wait. You can open it. I will not take that from you, but we are not prepared.
And Jak's gonna respond, "Get prepared." And Jak's speed is gonna increase. He's already doubled his speed because of his grapple. Lets him dash as a bonus action technically, but he's gonna cast Zephyr's Strike on himself, which is gonna, I think it doubles his movement. Yeah, it doubles my movement. So he's gonna do it again.
Darius, what's
And-
going on?
Jack's being an idiot. He's about to attack enemies he can't see.
He's moving his way towards that direction.
I don't even know where they are.
But Jak is continuing on that direction. He's basically going to go until he sees them.
Okay,
So-
I am going to cast a message to Mastos and tell him to change into Lapidos.
Suit up.
We don't have a lot of time.
I'm gonna cast bless on everyone.
Okay. So yeah, so you see Jak and Reen kind of coming in. Alice, as you kind of like get prepared, kind of hold your blast for
I'm
whatever
gonna
gets
hold
range.
the bless until I see. Like, I'm gonna follow behind. I'm gonna hold the bless actually, because it's only like 1 minute, so I don't want to like have to run for a minute and it all just drops off. So I'm basically ready to cast it at any sign of this attack starting.
Okay.
With request, the one thing I want Jak to do is it depends on how bunched up these guys are. So when Jak can like physically see them, I want to be able to like see their layout.
Yeah. Whenever you can see them, you'll know where they are.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'm 120 feet, I'm moving like at 90 feet, technically a turn.
Yeah.
right now.
Basically, your group has essentially like one set of actions to do something as you fly by.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, because you. So how long does your Zephyr last? 1 minute, right?
Yeah, I hold it up for a minute.
Minute. Okay, so you've already activated. All right, duly noted.
And then my plan is to recreate what I did to Atlas. Reen's gonna shoot up into the air, and as Jak comes into speed, like into sight, he's gonna attempt to use the trees to bounce between them instead of just running on the ground. And as he's coming in, he's gonna get his scroll out and he's gonna try to cast Fireball on the if they're bunched up enough.
All right, okay. Well, relax. Right now, you haven't gotten past your group,
That's what I was.
which you
getting
don't
out.
even know where.
You don't even know what you're about to attack.
Yeah, there could be
I
like a
don't know, but
little
it sounds so
message
cool.
stone is just sending out like, there might be nothing there. You don't even know yet. So I know what you want to do, so we won't go past that sequence until you can do that. Gotcha. All right, so you guys see Jak just start to whiz by. Darius, you've sent a message to Mastos. Mastos, you hear in your head from Darius. Basically, suit up. Atlas, you've got your bless held, kind of watching, ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mastos, Darius, sent your message. Mastos, what do you want to do?
Mastos doesn't know how to suit up. Mastos didn't even know how you made Mastos do it. You did it. You did it to me.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I am going to move towards Mastos. I don't know if I have an action because I cast message. If that's my action, then right now I'm just going to get to him.
Yeah. So you get to him as you see Jak is now just soaring above all of your heads. As you see Reen just flapping right beside him as he's swinging through the trees. So you reach Mastos. Atlas, do you want to do anything as you see Jak fly by above you?
No, I'm no.
Okay.
If,
All right.
if you are holding a spell, though, it burns regardless of whether you use it or not.
It's-
Just keep that in mind.
So he's not physically holding it. He just wanted to
Okay.
know before we start combat that he's gonna do something.
Cast it.
So yeah, you're at Mastos right now.
Okay, can I do something else?
Yep. That's just movement.
Okay.
So.
So I'm going to say to him, I need you to trust me on this, and I am going to place my hand against, like, right into his sternum, and I'm going to summon the sword.
Oh boy.
Okay. Mastos, do you try to avoid the attack?
Mastos doesn't even know an attack is coming.
Okay, roll
So
damage,
innocent.
please, Darius.
Just damage, no roll.
Just damage.
Okay, what is my thingy? That's a 10. Where's my D8? Where's my D8? No, but for real though. There it is. Oh fuck. I rolled an 8.
Oh.
12 damage.
All right, Mastos, you feel the
go.
piercing energy right through your chest as you feel it come out the other side through your back as you take all of that damage. How much was it? 12 damage, you said?
Yeah.
All of that
You take,
damage.
you take 12 damage. Darius, you feel the sword as you pierce and push through. You feel it dissolve, and Mastos, you see the purple and gray energy from the sword absorb it, and you roar as your muscles start to expand, and the purple and gray energy just pulls your form out as you feel the bones protrude out of your hands and grab onto your bone blades. Mastos is ready for battle.
Mastos?
God, that worked.
Lapidos.
Lapidos.
Jak, as you hear this yell from behind, and you look back and you just see Lapidos now standing there with his bone blades. You turn your head forwards to see below you 2, 4, 6. You count 9 demons down below, all spread out where the river bisects. Half on one side, half of the other. You look up, you see the blue moat just circling and slowly starting to crackle with blue energy as it slowly starts to expand. And we'll leave it there.
Bruh.
Blue moat.
Because I didn't want to get into a combat. It'd go too long on a combat.
I respect. I'm glad that you did that because I'd be regretting it. But
Oh, you're going to regret it, sir. You're just flying in there solo. Oh, God. All right.
Fireball.
Great session. Yeah, I know, right?
hey, I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I thought that. I was like, dude,
That was cool.
Yeah. All right,
What's
see you
funny
guys.
is-
Cool
Great
if we had
session.
more planning.
I know. I thought you guys are gonna like strategize. You stealthed up. You're like, okay, we're gonna scope it out. And he's
That
like,
was my plan.
Leroy!
oh boy.
Dude moves like a jet, man. He's going in. He's doing damage.
You can't
he's
just
backing
wait
up
for the
to
go
game.
though. You can still jet, but you can still prepare first.
Yeah.
You literally
Oh,
could have
wow.
sat there and waited
He
until
literally-
you were ready and then did it.
I
Literally
told him.
said-
I said, gear up. That was the plan.
Oh my
literally
God.
said,
not a
"You
plan."
put the attack.
I hate
Let's
Jak
just
so
figure
much.
out what it is first."
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Like
hope
nothing.
You have that.
How did
camp
he survive
spread
in the
out.
wilds? How did he?
I know that camp
Anyway.
is all spread out, so the fireball does nothing.
Hey, Jak is in a forest. He's excited. He's back in his element. He's moving.
Okay.
He's
I
gonna
make him
burn the whole
stupid?
shit down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mastos. I know you just found a piece of your whatever, but I'm burning it all.
Burning this Fey Forest down.
Oh,
I am
man.
so glad that stabbing him worked. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
I was imagining like, oh no, Jak's being stupid running in, and then all of a sudden you just start stabbing our own.
That's how he turned before.
Yeah.
That's and
Awesome.
It is a
TDK
funny
later.
visual.
Yeah, well played, guys. Well played. Like Mastos and Darius, good job. All right, we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. EST next Tuesday. I'll see you guys then.
Alright.
Thanks for a good session.
Bound by honor, lost in time, the ATLADS march towards the line. Oh, oh, ride the storm, sail the tide.